that only belongs to me. It belongs to everyone. And it is so destructive. It will destroy you. It will burn you out. Have you been in burnout? I know what's happening and I know why. So we're going to talk about the imposter syndrome. There was a picture on this slide that had a mask. I said, X that. We're not frauds. We're not wearing masks. We truly are doing the best that we know how to do in a role that we've never been in. And guess what? We will never arrive. We'll never have it figured out. We will always fall short. Isn't that encouraging? I'm telling you that because stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to have the answers. I've had ambassadors ask if they can fly to my house and watch what I do for my business. No. No. Yesterday at lunch, a senior gold, 5 years she's been with me. She looks in my eyes and she says, Jen, I don't know what to do. I'm tired of being in the same place. Tell me what to do. So I pointed to my sapphire and I said, Jen, what do you think she should do? I've told you all I know that I could tell you. I don't have new answers. And even in that moment, I was like, darn you, imposter, because this is a real happiness block. Mm-hmm. There is no way you're going to show up 110% when you feel like you are not the blueprint. Okay? It's time for you to go and accept and internalize your success. And you, hear me now, you did not get lucky. You did not join at the right time. Okay? You did not sign the right person. That is ridiculous. Everyone in here, and I literally believe this, Charles and Alec have prayed for you. They wanted you here. You are meant to represent our company, your flaws and all. You are the future of Plexus. You are needed. Your team loves you. They celebrate you. They want you. Be broken in front of them, and they will love you more. 70% of people struggle with this, and luckily it is a phenomenon more common to high achievers. That's why in this room I know that you struggle with this. High achievers struggle to believe that they are worthy. They struggle to believe that they are able. We think we have to know it all. The only John Maxwell I know is from YouTube videos. I've never read a John Maxwell book. I'm on my journey. I'm learning. Famous imposters, let's cover this really quick. Michelle Obama, she says every day she felt like she couldn't measure up to what a first lady should be. Can you imagine being the first lady? Can you imagine what you think you should be? What shoes you should walk in? Natalie Portman gets into Harvard, goes to her first day of class, and she is terrified that everyone thinks I'm only here because I'm a movie star, not because I have intellect. Neil Armstrong goes to a scientific conference full of amazing inventors, walks around meeting everyone, and he says, I don't think I should be here. I just went where they sent me. He went to the moon, and he felt that he was an imposter. Kate Winslet, she says, every morning I get up ready for a shoot, and I think, I am such a fraud. Maya Angelou, she wrote amazing books, and she said, I was just waiting for someone to figure out I'm not an author. J-Lo. 70 million albums, she said, I still am insecure about my voice. This is a real phenomenon. Look at this circle. People qualified for the job you already got. Emerald, sapphire, diamond. These are the people that are supposed to be doing this. And then there's me, outside. I'll get there, but I'm not there yet. And that's a lie. And no one drew this except for you. You chose to draw that. No one said that to you. No one said, you're not qualified for this. You said you're not qualified for it. And that's not true. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. We spend so much time thinking about how we don't measure up that we build walls. We keep everyone at an arm's length because if they get too close, they're going to find out we don't have the answers. When someone says to you, well, what's your method? What's your system? I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, I'm going to love people. I'm going to build relationships. When you obsess, when you think about who you're not, and you don't tell anyone, you keep everyone at an arm's length, you dissolve connections, you dissolve culture, you no longer have a team that wants to be linking arms with you because you've pushed them away, because you think if they find out, they're gonna leave. But guess what they do? They leave because of your arm's length. Right. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you believe, I was right all along. I am the worst Jewel. So many of you have talents and skills, and you discount them because they were easy for you. So some of you are amazing at social media. Abby Kappa, where is she? Is she in here? Okay, front row. I was like, she better be in my talk because that ain't right. Some of you are amazing in different areas, and you say, well, that was easy, and you discount it. And when that overlaps, the thing that you make look easy and your discount, that is where imposter syndrome lies. We don't internalize our success. We don't accept praise. And that has to stop. When your team says you did a great job on that, do not say, well, I could have done better, or it wasn't me, it was everyone else. Stop with the humility. Stop it. Real humility is always knowing that this is a gift. Real humility is saying, I don't actually know what it is. I'll tell you when I think of it. But you guys are doing false humility, I promise. I know that's what it is. So I wrote this out because I want you to see the pattern. I want to show you how it destroys you, and then I'm going to give you the remedies. So you are working hard to see 1,500 points in your dashboard. That's your goal. You want to be an emerald. It's what you think about. You make dream boards. You lay awake at night. How am I going to do it? Who's going to do it? What's it going to feel like? You hear about smelling the coconut and walking in the sand and all that. Yeah. And that's all you can think about. And you're on the joy train. You're on the dream train. It feels good. And then it happens. It feels amazing. I remember where I was when I was an Emerald Ambassador. It was Halloween. I was carving pumpkins. And I became an Emerald Ambassador. It was the very best day, other than the day that I had my babies. And I got married. When you have that accomplishment, you're just, wow. It is mind-blowing excitement. You feel relief because you achieved it. You feel joy. It's the best thing ever when they put your graphic on a page and people are all like, hey, yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. You love it. It's the best feeling. Everybody's commenting, I knew you would do it. You're so, I love you. You're beautiful inside and out. All of the same things. It feels good. You're up here. You feel celebrated. And then suddenly this little voice in the back of your head, you don't know where it came from, says, you have no idea what you're doing. You start to immediately discount the achievement. Well, it's just because this particular girl was pushing for rank. Like, it wouldn't have happened if the company didn't have that incentive. You come up with every reason why you got there that wasn't because of you. Yep. And you're sitting here thinking, well, I don't want everyone to think it's because of me. It's not. It's because of my team. Well, then, if it wasn't because of you, why are you here? Like, what are you doing? You add value. You've done something. Did anybody else miss a baseball game with their kids? Stay up late? Did anybody else stay on the phone? Did anybody else meet people for coffee and talk about Plexus? You gave your time. You did something, and you discount it. And when you discount it, all of these beautiful things come into play. Self-doubt, anxiety, negative self-talk, feelings of inadequacy. The last year of my life has honestly been the darkest time because of those visitors. Self-doubt, anxiety, negative self-talk. I stopped showing up. I stopped doing my Monday night meetings. I said to myself, I'm never going to recruit anyone else because I literally don't even think I know how to get them to silver. And I began to believe the lies. And my husband watched me go through a downward spiral. It was the worst feeling I have ever had. I thought, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing this. And then I come here and people say, you inspire me. Your story means so much to me. And I'm like, Jen, walk in your giftings. It's okay. So I'm going to encourage you. I thought what I had was depression, and it wasn't. I have an amazing coach, and he spoke life into me. And he reminded me that this is something that's curable, and that's such good news. But here's the part you're not gonna like. It never goes away. The imposter syndrome is a forever friend for high achievers. So go ahead and become acquainted with it, recognize it, capture the thoughts, and then move on. Begin to set new goals. And every time you set a new goal and you hear that little voice that says, you have no idea what you're doing. Every time you hear that voice that says, someone's gonna ask me like what I did, what my system was, and I'm not gonna know the answer, I want you to say, that was weird. When you have that thought, when you hear that voice go, that was weird. And then you say, thank you. Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me, because that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to protect you from embarrassing yourself, from failing. It's trying to protect you. But go, thank you, I got this, I'm gonna do this, and move on. When you set new goals and you let the imposter syndrome win, you have more anxiety, more self-doubt, more worry. I promise you right now in your life, in this company, there are jewels that are burnt out. And they think it's because they've had to do too many messages, too many coaching calls, and that's not the truth. The truth is they do not believe that they have what it takes. They want to believe they got lucky. They want to believe that on the 15th of the month when the money comes, I wonder how long this will last, or thank God I signed up so-and-so, and it is destroying you. Then, here's the best part. Anyone in here, oh my gosh, only 46 seconds. Anyone in here a procrastinator, have judgment, perfectionism, isolation, self-sabotage, comparison? Danielle, help, can I have 5 more minutes? Say yes, Amanda, okay, good. You procrastinate, you put things off. It's not because you're a procrastinator. That's what I thought I was. I thought I was a professional procrastinator. And I own that. That's how I told people, I'm disorganized, I'm a procrastinator. That's just how I am. No, it's not. I'm out of alignment with who I truly am. Okay? Procrastination is a symptom of imposter syndrome. You are putting it off for fear of success, failure, all the things. You're fearing judgment. I wore this dress because when I put my arm out, my arm hangs down. I wore it for you so you know that I love this arm. I love it. Imposter syndrome isolates you. How do you have a relationship when you purposely isolate yourself? You self-sabotage. You compare yourself, and this prevents connection and growth. You cannot grow in Plexus if you do not have connection with your team. 5 more minutes. Yes. Okay, so let's look at this burnout cycle, and then I'm going to give you the remedy. You guys are all going to stand up and clap for me and post about me on Facebook. So start with the orange circle with me. You guys are giving an all or nothing. This is when we tell you in Plexus, draw your line in the sand, people. This is your all or nothing. You're in or you're out. So you get so motivated. It is inspiring. You go to events, you're like, I'm doing this. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my future. I'm doing it for all the things. If it's a job worth doing, you're going to do it well or not at all. Your drive just pushes you forward, pushes you forward. But again, in the back of your mind, you start to focus on your flaws. And you start to lose satisfaction. I can't think of an event that I've done that I didn't walk off the stage and go, oh, I wish I would have said this, I should have done that. I can't accept and internalize my success. It stops today, okay? It stops today because if you don't, you will be burnout. You will forget self-care. You'll forget a toothbrush when you come to convention and have to use a wash rag. I have this whole time. True, you will forget self-care. And in the meanwhile, with your hair falling out, you're not putting on makeup, you are feeling terrible, your family doesn't recognize you, you don't even know who you are, you start to think, was Plexus really a blessing or is it a curse? But it's all you. You're burning the candle at both ends because you want to move to the next level, but how does a person that doesn't believe they're able move to the next level? It's not possible.
Mom.
So then you feel depressed. Anyone suffer with depression? Okay, depression is a real thing. Put that in that bucket. That's not what I'm talking about today. You are labeling depression, but really what it is you not walking in your greatness. I am not a person that's about self-promotion. I don't think that we should go around talking about how great we are all the time. But my gosh, if your children were constantly putting themselves down, would your heart not break in two? It's the worst. Isn't it annoying when you say to somebody, you look great, and they're like, oh no, I just borrowed that from somebody. They don't own it. Own it. It's beautiful. It's unusual, and it makes you not normal. We're not normal, remember? You told us yesterday. Don't feel stuck. Don't feel overwhelmed. Now let's get the remedy. You're going to feel that spark again. You guys are going to leave this room, and I will have changed your life forever. Here are your perfect remedies. Number one, I told you it will never go away, and it will never go away. Mindfulness and awareness. This is the time that you say, okay, I know what this is now. Think of your ego as a little 2-year-old that sees you on a big, huge mower. It's loud and it's scary, and they're afraid that you're going to get hurt. They're screaming, no, don't get on that mower. They just want to protect you, but we know mowing's okay. This is exactly what your ego is doing to you in your role as a jewel. You're out on a scary mower, and your ego is saying, that's not safe. You're doing something you're not used to, that's not normal, something out of the ordinary. Someone could laugh at you, someone could judge you, someone could totally show you up. Someone else knows more than you. You're the blueprint. I love Jen. She is my blueprint. But now I'm my blueprint. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your successes. Take the time to celebrate other people. Don't look at someone else's accomplishments as where you failed to measure up. Celebrate their successes as their own and look forward to yours. Be inspired by other people's success. Stop looking at the leaderboard and being jealous. Don't get upset when someone else gets asked to speak because somehow you're not good enough to speak. You can speak. Do it now. Do it now. Accept praise when someone says something to you and honors you. That is a gift. It's rude. Say thank you. Accept the praise. They're not lying. It's all true about you. I have been around people and I think the world of them, and they don't think the world of themselves. And it's such a letdown. It's a letdown. Show up and be you. You are the only person that could reach the network that you're reaching. You are. You're the only person that could serve the community that you're in the way that you are. And I know what you're thinking. That's not true. Alita Allen does it better. Rise up. She in here? I did that for her. So her song has like a little whoop, whoop in it, and I was like, I will do that for you. I will go up. She won't. Finally, this is your call to action. Oh my gosh, you're in here. This is your call to action, and then I'm going to let the most beautifully inspiring woman that does scary things every day come up here and share with you. I want you to recruit in confidence. Don't think about the next step. Just think about the step that you're in. I want you to go out and serve your community, serve your family with the happiest, most fulfilled, celebrated person that you know, and that is you. I want you to go out and recruit in such a way that it's not that you know everything, because go ahead and just admit it, you don't. I am a dual trainer, and every time I show up, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm about to talk about right now. Like, I literally don't. But guess what I do know? That I know how to connect with people. Mm-hmm. And I'm finding out every day that I actually have something special. And I'm choosing to celebrate it even though it's uncomfortable. So at the end of this today, I'm going to ask you to do something that might be uncomfortable, but it's going to serve you well. And now I want you to hear from, raise your hand if you've ever been inspired to do something scary by Diamond Ambassador Jessica Heffley.
Woo!
She asked me to do a trapeze class with her. So I'm going to bring to the stage the beautiful, the wonderful, the inspiring, and the real